Hello, everyone. This is Tim from Cleveland Baseball Fan 879, and this is Tribe. We'll call this week and a half in simulation baseball. I kind of got a little ahead of myself. I actually have played 3 series since my last, we'll call it TWIB simulation show. The series that we have here, this was from the Indians 4-game series in Baltimore. The first game was played on the channel. Eric Bedard faced Paul Bird. Go ahead and watch it if you would like. All right, next up is Jeremy Sowers against Daniel Cabrera. And the Indians jumped out early and often. Grady Sizemore led off the game being hit by a pitch. David DeLucci doubled him home, actually, as Sizemore sped home. Travis Hafner moved Hafner to third, and then Victor Martinez with an RBI. That would have been his 17th. There would be many more. 2-0 lead for the Indians to start out, move to the third inning, and Cabrera's still in. After a ground-out single by Hafner, double by Martinez. After a walk to Trot Nixon, Ryan Garco strikes out. And then Johnny Peralta with an RBI single brings home Hafner, and Casey Blake brings home Martinez and Nixon. 5-0 Indians. They'd expanded to 7-0 when, after a 1-out triple, a 2-out, 2-run homer by Victor Martinez. And so that would make it 7-0. The Orioles would come back in the bottom of the fourth. Aubrey Huff with a single, followed by a Melvin Mora walk, and then a Nick Markakis single brings home Huff. And then with 2 down, Brian Roberts brings home Melvin Mora, and it's 7-2. And they would actually add the lead in the 5th inning. Ramon Hernandez with a 1-out homer makes it 7-3. But the Indians come back in the top of the 6th. This is with Jeremy Guthrie pitching. And this all happened. The leadoff walk by Sizemore, single by DeLucci, puts runners on the corners, walk by Hafner, loads the bases, double by Victor Martinez, brings in 4 RBIs on the day, gave him 20 after that game. And then Ryan Garco with a sacrifice fly, bringing home Martinez to finish off the scoring for the Indians, 11-3. They'd score another in the bottom of the 6th. Kevin Millar, I know that's kind of a bad Boston impersonation, puts the Orioles to within 11-4, but that would be it. 11-4 is your final. Jeremy Sowers went 6 innings to get the win, and Daniel Cabrera, with the loss, went 4 innings. All right. Game 28. CC Sabathia against Brian Burris. And a little trepidation towards the end, but we'll get there. Indians lead off with, in the top half of the first, Grady Sizemore gets on with a walk, uses his speed. They get to second, forces a throwing error to go to third, and then Jason Michaels with a sac fly gives the Indians a 1-0 lead. Go to the top half of the second. This is Casey Blake with a 1-out walk. Josh Barfield with a single, putting runners on the corners. After a strikeout by Sizemore, Jason Michaels walked, and then Travis Hafner with a 2-run single. 3-0 Indians. Bottom of the third, the Orioles come back. Millar with a leadoff walk, and then Corey Patterson with a double puts runners on second and third. And then after a strikeout by Brian Roberts, Jay Payton with a sacrifice fly, 3-1. But right back come the Indians in the fourth. Almost deja vu. A 1-out single by Sizemore, steals second, and then takes the easy trot home. Actually moves this the third on a ground out, and the easy trot home on a Travis Hafner 2-run homer. That's 4 RBIs for Hafner for the game. And then after, wish I could remember. Hold on, I'm going to look up these Orioles pitchers here. All right, sorry about that. That's Kurt Berkins, who comes into the game in the fifth and Ryan Garco treats him rudely with a solo home run. That's now 6-1. And then the rest of the Orioles pitching did pretty well. So we have Chad Bradford, who finished the game, and Todd Williams, who also pitched. But we get to the bottom of the ninth. Joe Borowski came in, got the first 2 outs. But after that, it was Orioles, and the Indians were sweating a little bit. Nick Markakis got hit by a pitch. Kevin Millar walked. Corey Patterson with an RBI single. And then Brian Roberts with an RBI single. The Patterson RBI single brought home Markakis. The Roberts RBI single brought home Millar. And then Jay Payton with an RBI single brings home Patterson. And the tying run was on first base. They called on Rafael Betancourt to get the final out, and he did. The Indians win this one 6-4. Sabathia gets the win, going 7 innings and giving up a run. And and then Burris gets the loss, going 4 innings, giving up 5 runs. All right, the final game of the series was also on the channel. Steve Trexel against the pitcher formerly known as Fausto Carmona. You can go back and watch that if you like. All right, then the Indians head out to the West Coast for a trip, and game number 30, was against the Los Angeles Angels, not quite of Anaheim. Cliff Lee and Irvin Santana was the pitching matchup. Indians get out to a 1-0 lead when after a trot in the top of the second after a Trot Nixon double play, Johnny Peralta with a solo home run. That would have been his 5th on the year. That makes it 1-0 Indians, but the Angels come back with 2 of their own. Vlad Guerrero Sr. with a leadoff single, and then moves to second on a ground out, and that would be key because Grady Sizemore commits an error on a Shea Hillenbrand fly ball. That puts the Angels tied at 1, and then Eric Ibar with an RBI single, 2-1 Angels. And we go to the top of the 4th, and this is where it gets a little interesting. Travis Hafner with a leadoff home run, been his 6th on the year. And then after a Victor Martinez pop-out, Trot Nixon with a single, moves to second on a deep fly ball. And then David DeLucci with an RBI single, 3-2 Indians. They'd add single runs in the 5th on a Casey Blake home run. That would have been his 6th of the year. And Johnny Peralta with a 2-out double with DeLucci following. DeLucci with 2 RBIs on the year gave him 11 after that game. And after the 6th inning, there was no scoring. Joe Borowski came out, got the save. Cliff Lee went 7 innings, giving up no earned runs because of the error. So clean game for the Indians. And then game 31, I will say, is almost might go into the instant classics. Al Red Sox fan was very appreciative of the game. Please go back and watch that game if you shall. And then game 32 or game 33 and 34 were both on the channel because I played both of them because I didn't upload the Mike McCormick video. And then please go watch those. And then Highlight Heyday will enjoy this as he commented on one of my videos. I don't know if he was joking, but if he's real, you would have enjoyed this for being a Dan Johnson fan. This was Cliff Lee against Chad Gaudin. The Indians came into this game with a 16-18 record, and the A's came in with a 17-18 record. Bottom of the 1st, they jump all over Cliff Lee. Back-to-back walks to Shannon Stewart and Nick Swisher. Eric Chavez loads the bases with a single, and then as Cleveland fans called him back in the day, Game Boy, Milton Bradley. 2-run single, 2-0. And then Dan Johnson with his first of many doubles. Drives in Chavez. And then after a Crosby ground out, Jack Huss grounds one to the left side of the infield. And that scores Bradley 4-0. And the Indians do come out in the top half of the second after a leadoff ground out. Trot Nixon with a double scores on a 2-out single by David DeLucci. Sorry, don't have the stats, but yeah, it's RBI for DeLucci, 4-1. But the A's add on leadoff single in the third by Johnson, and then scores on no, it doesn't score. He goes to third on a Jack Cuss double and scores on a Mark Ellis single, which is a good thing because Jason Kendall hit the Lomax, and it was line out and step on third, double play. And that's how the third ended, with the A's up 5-1, but the Indians come back in the top half of the fifth. An unlikely source, Mike Rouse, doubled over, would have been probably Stewart's head. I didn't recall. Anyways, Dre Sizemore RBI single, 5-2, and that would be the closest the Indians would come. Bottom of the fifth with Lee still in. Leadoff double by Johnson. Yep. 2 so far. And then after a flyout, Jack Cuss went deep, and that was it for Cliff Lee. 4 1/3, gave up 7 runs. Walked 2 and only struck out 1. The A's were a little more patient than they usually were. Fernando Cabrera comes out, pitches a scoreless 5th, but not a scoreless 6th. Milton Bradley leadoff double, and Dan Johnson with an RBI double. Johnson goes 4 for 5 with 3 doubles. And then with Tom Mastny pitching, leadoff strikeout by Jack Cuss. Mark Ellis with a single, second and third after Kendall doubles. And then Shannon Stewart with a sacrifice fly finishes off the scoring. 9-2. The A's take it. So I'll go ahead and go to the standings after this game. The Indians will be 16-19, and the A's will be at 500 at 18-18. And I will put the standings up so you guys can see them. This is as of May 13th in 2007, and I will just be quiet here so you can pause the video and take a look at this yourself. So here's the AL. And here is the NL. Okay, so now the next Indians game on the channel is, I'm going to do the next one because we just did Sabathia and Carmona, and they're the next 2 starts after this game. So it will be Russ Ortiz of the Minnesota Twins going to then Jacobs Field to face the Indians. That'll be the only game I'll play on that series. However, before that, in the Mike McCormick replay, it will be the Giants facing the Reds. Gary Nolan will face Mike McCormick, and that will be up sometime soon. All right, everybody, thank you for watching this Tribe week and a half in simulation baseball. Please make sure you hit the like button. If you've not already subscribed and would like to do so, please hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon. You'll be notified of any new videos. And whatever games you play, please enjoy them to your fullest. Have a good night, everybody.